Hello, this is a quick demo of how Serena works. Once you log in, you can start creating a new course. The first thing that you have to do is choose a title. So let's say that it's AI for product managers. And then you can choose whether to use only the ChatGPT knowledge, because we are using OpenAI in this moment, or you can add your custom knowledge. In this case, it's very easy. You paste here a text which is up to 65,000 character. So if you have knowledge that you know that is not in ChatGPT because it's your internal document, something you have written, then you can add your custom knowledge. But in this case, we go for the ChatGPT knowledge. You can choose in this moment 5 languages, but we'll add more. And then you have to define who's the learner, so the learner profile. We have a number of questions that we do to guide you to define the learner profile. And also on the Serena website, there's an article that explains you how to do it. Now, if you don't know how to answer all these questions, what we suggest you is that you copy and paste this prompt. You go on ChatGPT, you paste this prompt, and then you see here that there's a learner description. So you will have an idea of what's the learner profile is, even though you don't have all the information. So you can provide incomplete information in this prompt, and the ChatGPT will infer information that are missing, and then you can check if these are accurate or not. So let's see here. I have basic information that I have prepared. I pasted this into this prompt, and now ChatGPT is answering all the questions. So the only thing that I have to do here is to copy from here and paste here. Okay, I will do only the first 3. The fields are not mandatory, so the more information you provide, the better it is. Once you have created the learning profile, that's the most important part. You go to the goals definition. So you have to define the learning goals. And it is very important that you define these learning goals in details. So what we do here is that we give you a structured way to define the learning goals using the Bloom's taxonomy. This is a course about AI for product managers. So let's say that the first learning goal is to identify different types of prompts. I want to give a basic knowledge of what prompt engineering is. I gave quite a vague and generic learning goal. So it created a number of sub-learning goals that goes from remember to create according to the Bloom's taxonomy. So I continue with another learning goal, which is I want to teach how to construct effective prompt using iterative prompting. And here again, understand, apply, analyze, create. And I go on with another couple of learning goals. So I want to teach how to create a product requirement document. And here we go. And I want to teach how to leverage AI to create user stories. So I have all these learning goals here. So the next thing that I have to do is to reorganize these learning goals. And of course, here you can modify the learning goals if you think that you need to fine tune. You can delete a specific learning goal, and you can add learning goal manually. So this is useful, for instance, because if you already have a list of learning goals, you don't want to go to this process of generating all the things. So you add it manually, you copy and paste, and you have your list of learning goals. What it happens next is that you have to reorganize these goals. So Serena creates structures that will guide you to create the real syllabus. It takes a while. She's thinking. And here we go. So the first group is AI prompts in product management. And so you see that it scaffold the various learning goals from remember to create. And also to make it more interesting, for each block, it tries to mix to have something that goes from theoretical knowledge to apply this knowledge in real cases. So once we have finished to reorganize the learning goals, go with the syllabus, as suggest modules, and Serena starts writing modules. The process is iterative. First of all, it writes modules. I can, of course, go and modify the modules here, so I can fine tune if there's something that I don't like, or I can ask to suggest another module, or I can add a module manually, and add a layer of depth. So I ask suggest learning units. So inside the modules, there are the learning units. And here we go. And you can see that we have the learning objective of the modules and the learning objectives that are derived from the first ones for the single learning unit. And it goes on and on. Once I finish this one, there's the final step that I can do, which is to suggest an outline for all the learning units. So what it's doing now is thinking about what to suggest. Now, one of the things that you have seen if you are familiar with generative AI is that when you want to generate a lot of text, it tends to repeat itself. It tends to not be very effective. So what we have done here is that we have created a loop where Serena generates something, think and evaluate what has generated, and goes on and on. And every time that generates something, while he does this generation, he takes into consideration all the things that she has generated before. And the final result is more effective. Now, it will take some time to do this. So I will stop the video and restart when she's finished. Okay, and now Serena is writing the outlines. The idea here is that when you create a syllabus, you need to have the backbone of your course. So you need a lot of information on what you're going to teach. Now, how you're going to teach this, whether in a classroom or an online course with different learning methodologies, that's another thing that we are going to address in the future. In this moment, we are very concentrated in helping instructional designers, course creators, in transforming information, knowledge into an effective syllabus. The step after this is to add the generation of the learning objects. So whether it's an online lesson, slides, or a podcast, reading assignments, quizzes, simulations. The learning objects depend on the methodology that you're using to teach and on what you have to teach. If you don't define properly what you're going to teach, it is very unlikely that a large language model like ChatGPT, Anthropic, or whatever will generate an effective course. And still working. Final step. You go on download, you submit the feedback, and you download the course. And you have a document with all the syllabus. How much does this cost? For the moment, nothing. The first time that you log in, if you go on settings, you will have 200,000 credits for free. and you can use to start generating a course. So more than enough to generate a course and get to the learning unit step. Once you finish these credits, you need to connect your OpenAI account. So Serena is still free because we are in the beta mode, but you will be able to connect your OpenAI account, so you will pay just the token that you consume on OpenAI. A course can be 1,000,000 token, 2,000,000 token. That means $10, maximum $20. Okay, so not very expensive if you use the default or the mini. Of course, these other models are much more expensive. So the O1, O1 mini, O3 mini are much more expensive than the 4.0, 4.0 mini, and the default that it's a mix. It's our blend of GPT-4 mini and GPT-4 depending on the tasks. We will add more LLMs. In the near future, we will add surely Anthropic and DeepSeek so that you can use your favorite LLM. For the moment, we're working with OpenAI. It produces very good results. And so it's a very good starting point to experiment with Serena. So thank you very much. If you have any question, don't hesitate to write me. I would be more than happy to assist you for everything you need.